Eileen, just want to come to yourself briefly as well. I suppose you're involved in both the board and OG and the executive committee, a glutton for punishment, some might say. Is there close links between the two?
They are. Everyone works very well together. It's a lot of the same people that are involved in both committees. But my focus would primarily be with Board and Oak.
Sure.
And helping that continue to grow. This is my first year to not coach a team.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to being able to work with more on the administrative end and help Aidan out and be there more to help rather than having to focus on a team as well.
So have you been coaching teams over the last number of years?
I've been assisting with the girls under 16 team the past couple of years, but I started coaching with St. Pat's about 5 years ago.
Okay.
So I've come up through with the under 12s. When we had a girls under 14, I was with them, and then as my own daughter moved up to under 16, then I went with the under 16 team.
Yeah.
So now it's time for Una, for the girls to have a new coach, new voice, new outlook, more energy. It's important for them.
Well, it's an interesting, because I suppose that's exactly the type of person we were speaking about. Aidan is someone that gets involved with the club, and obviously you did because your own daughter was playing. Would that be right?
That would be correct. I got involved because my son and daughter, one of my sons and my daughter, started playing football, and I was asked if I was available to help out, and I came along, and that was with under 10, and then they needed someone to help with the girls under 12 when she moved up, and I said, well, I'll come along. I said, I'll help with cones. And once you come and you get involved, it's a lot of fun, and then you take the different courses. I did my foundation courses, and it's a great way to spend time with the kids.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, looking back now, I'm sure at the time you probably hadn't intended getting involved as heavily as you have done, but I'm sure you were delighted to have been asked.
I was. I wouldn't have gotten involved if I hadn't been asked. So like Aidan said before, it's important to ask parents to get involved. It's important to ask the past players, even the senior team, because a lot of them are interested in getting involved, but they don't want to because they feel they should be asked.
Yeah.
So it's not to take it for granted that people are not interested, just to ask, and they will help.
Aidan, I suppose the point that I'm making is that, that parents sometimes, they wait to be asked rather than putting themselves forward. Would that be fair?
Probably, yeah, but it's like I said, people are busy nowadays and the whole lot, but I think there's a natural progression too, like with some of the coaches that are presently in the club, like they were some of the founding members of Board and Oak, so they were there anyway, and their kids have come up through the ranks, and they've come up through the ranks, and now they're at a certain level themselves, like even the couple of the lads there with the senior team as selectors, they were there at the beginning, at Board and Oak, so it's just a natural progression, I think too, when parents get involved, that they will keep being involved, because their children enjoy it. It's GAA, they usually do enjoy it,
of course, yeah. Well, I think that's the point, is that Eileen touched on, is that once you do get involved, you end up, I suppose, you don't leave it really. Yeah, you do. What will you do in terms, obviously, the registration deadlines and all that sort of stuff is coming at this time of year, and that do you make appeals to parents at this time of year to get the players in and get them signed up?
It's important. It's very important to get registered, and you're fully insured. It's you can't have kids out there not being insured. It doesn't make sense. It's not safe. So you have to put the pressure on. But I mean, what can you do? I mean, generally it gets paid up in the end. It might be a bit late, but it does come. So of course we've new things, and now we have to have gum shields, and it's got past the Congress there as well. So all the kids have to get gum shields now, and that's another wee expense. But it's protect your teeth at the end of the day and stuff like that. So
there's reasons for it. Absolutely. You did have one registration night so far, and that went well.
It was, yeah. We'd Audrey Key, she organised Sam Maguire to come down as well, so it was great to see the cup there as well, and we had a good turnout. It was a good night and presentation night, so it was enjoyable.
Absolutely. What are the key challenges, Anne? I'm just going to ask you just to finish up for us. For the Board and Oak, what are the key challenges looking ahead to 2013 and beyond?
Well, I suppose certainly with the element of membership and stuff like that, we've kept it as low as possible. Like the first child is €40, second child is €20, and we've kept it a family thing at €70, for families with a few kids, which is trying to keep it as low as possible, and trying to keep people involved. The challenges, I suppose, we're lucky enough in that from the people that have passed through the club, like this year now, assisting me is going to be Lorraine Farrell, and she played with the under-16. She's very enthusiastic about coming back and being an assistant this year, and I have 2 other girls who are from the under-16 team who want to assist with coaching as well, so everybody's interested. For those who aren't interested in, wouldn't be that skilled at football, like we have referees courses and stuff like that coming up as well for the young referees to get involved. They mightn't be strong players, but they're very interested in the key elements of the game and being involved from another aspect, I suppose. So it's trying to keep the numbers there. Really, is the main thing. And I suppose overall, numbers are dwindling in the parish. We had a big move into the parish there a few years ago. The current 6th class now that are leaving school was the biggest year we ever had with families, I suppose, coming to the area and things like that. So the numbers are dwindling all over the place. So it's just trying to keep what we have and trying to keep going. But,
and I suppose getting the message out that there's a role for everyone within the club.
There is, as Eileen was saying, with the finance, the treasury, fundraising, social nights, there's a whole different talents that are good. We're setting up the website and all that kind of thing. There's a whole pile of talents that don't necessarily involve being on the pitch with the kids as well.
There was one other thing, Aidan, I wanted to ask you about, because it was only when Anne broke it up that it occurred to me that the schools as well, the relationship between the club and the schools, and I'm sure you've experienced this in your current role, or you will have certainly in the year ahead. Is there good relationships between them?
Yeah, there always has been. Now the principals there in the 2 schools in the parish are keen Gaelic followers too. I think my predecessor now, I think we do actually have a school liaison officer, and they're always get involved in keeping the schools informed of what's going on up here, whether it's go games or the VHI Cool Camp or anything like that. So that's very important to keep it connected with the schools. And hopefully,
who is that?
Anne-Marie
McMahon, yeah.
And Anne, of course, the Board and Oak within the club celebrating a bit of a milestone this year.
Yeah, this is our 10th year now. It's 10 years ago the club was founded, and as Aidan said earlier, there is still a lot of the founder members still in the club, and we have a lot of new faces around as well, so we're hoping to get together and have a bit of a celebration in October, hopefully.
Excellent, yeah. And there's a lot to happen between now and then.
A lot to happen between now and then. The season kicks off for us, I suppose. The minor boys start in around after St Patrick's Day. We have a match against Eastkey. We haven't got the final date for that yet, but it's in around that time. The under 12 girls start on the first round matches are the 5th of April, and the under 16 girls, the round 1 starts the 27th of March.
Okay.
So it's all over the next coming weeks. It'll all be taken off
all
again.
Systems go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That was Anne Coonan speaking to us there, and also Eileen Buchanan and Aidan Keeley. We also heard from Gerard Clark and from Trevor Boland and Chairman Martin Giblin. And thanks indeed to all at St Patrick's GA Club for facilitating us this week. The AIB GA Club Focus returns next Saturday evening from 6 o'clock. Hope you can join us then.
Proudly supporting our own Ocean FM.
AIB, proud sponsors of the AIB GA Club Championships for 21 years. AIB, supporting clubs, supporting communities.
Ocean FM.